organized an international conference on the supply chain. The supply chain is a very, very important issue, and till the time it's not well coordinated, not only the domestic trade would be affected, but the regional or the international level trade would also be affected. If it is well coordinated, well focused, so only then the required dividends which we want to have out of trade will only be possible then. So today, different policymakers, industries, supply chain managers, and the PIFA, the Institute for the Pakistan Freight Trade Organization, they were here. And I'm sure that the lesson learned out of these keynote speeches would do a lot, and the required lessons would be brought out. This will not only build the capacity of our faculty members, but it would also encourage students to further learn and bring out different solutions to the problems, which should be AI driven, because now in the future artificial intelligence is playing a vital role in every field of life, especially the supply chain. So I'm sure today's international conference would pave a way for learning further in terms of the artificial intelligence. Thank you.
One of the important tasks of university is to work upon development of strategies and development of theories which can fulfill the requirement for future. So I assume DSU is doing a wonderful work in the line of research and dissemination of knowledge which are created by the faculty member and the students. Thank you.
With the changes taking place in the overall market due to the artificial intelligence, there is a need to work on the supply chain innovation and strategies. Such type of events will certainly bring a change in the education industry of Pakistan.
First of all, the transportation sector has to be declared as industry by the government. Yes, there are certain duties and taxes which are to be waived so that the interest of the transporter investing in their trucks is encouraged. Because right now the cost of construction of a trailer and the operational cost is very high as compared to other countries. So this has to be taken decision by the government to subsidize or give benefit to this industry so that it can support in the international supply chain as well.
Technology is very important right now. We are in AI age, and in that age we have to learn how to relate with it to make use of it. We can relate to it as a tool or an agent, but if we relate to it as a partner, in that case we create something new, something novel, something original. And that's the beauty of this conference too. We are talking about it right here. Thank you. It is going to change drastically. The supply chain management, basically with this AI integration all around the world, all the countries are made to adopt AI. So in that way, we have to rethink how we work. The processes are going to be automated, and it is going to be a different world altogether.
This is a very good initiative taken by the Suffa University, and we are having a MOU recently signed between the Suffa University and Pakistan International Freight Forwarding Association. We just wanted to grow up this supply chain in the Pakistan, and people should understand better what the supply chain is and what the supply chain role is in the Pakistan industry, which is a major role, right? So all the best for everyone. You see, I'm sure we are going to have a good time together.
This conference also actually bringing something inside about the use of AI application in supply chain management. Also, we are going to actually having some sort of the industrial experts that are actually contributing about their what the challenges the people are facing in industry. So they are sharing their challenges and finding out the solution through this research conference.
With that, we are joined by Adnan Ahmad Saab, who has joined us at the event of innovative strategies on supply chain. So we'll be asking him what new strategies are in place and how the landscape is changing. Sir.
Assalamu alaikum. Because of the COVID situation and what has happened in COVID, the unpredictability and the disruption has increased, and it's not really ended even after COVID has gone. I mean, it still continues to be unpredictable. So supply chain has sort of adjusted itself. The number one supply chain people, thankfully, are now in great demand all over the world. It used to be quite rare to see them as CEOs, but it's quite common now. And then your logistics, your route planning, optimization, demand planning, everything has changed. I mean, now you have concepts instead of a traditional MRP, you are getting moving towards demand-driven MRP, which is a totally more innovative concept. Then you have AI, data analytics coming in. AI, what it's done is it's increased the visibility in the supply chain, and it promises to be game changer because things like demand planning are going to become much easier. Procurement, some of the mundane tasks have become fairly automated. Now you're going to see unmanned vehicles, you're going to see drones, and supply chain will now move towards a place. You know, in the olden days we used to talk that you used to, you have an agile supply chain, a quick response supply chain, or you have a cost efficient supply chain. Very difficult to marry the two concepts, but I think we're moving more towards getting to an optimum point where you can achieve both, and then supply chains will become more resilient, more adaptive real-time networks, more integrated. All of this is happening now. That's the gist.
Which industries this new change will be impacting most? I mean, is it going to help Pakistan's export in terms of, like, say, textile and in terms of agriculture? How do you see the impact of this change on Pakistan economy?
I see it quite positively because, I mean, just to give you an idea, I've been sort of talking to, as part of my consultancy, I keep talking to various people, and some of the AI solutions are really very innovative which come in. So now the traceability, the back end, the wastages, all of this has been done through AI. So it will, number one, make things more efficient over here. It's already had an impact because due to sustainability, which is another thing, which is, in fact, it's probably bigger than AI, the fact that we now need to take care of the environment. Because of sustainability practices, your yarn consumption, for instance, has gone down by 8 to 10% minimum. So which means that now you're using more reusable stuff. Your compliances have become more in order because every exporter wants a fully compliant supply chain. So I believe that it has already been a game changer for the industry. It's how we use this technology. Only fear I have is Pakistan ke andar jo brain drain ho raha hai. I think we're losing a lot of good young people. I think we can just retain them. So, that it could be a game changer.
So what's the significance of today's event? What do you have to say about DHA Suffa University as we have organized this event? How is it going to impact the audience?
Well, two things. First of all, I hadn't honestly heard of this university, but because of a former colleague, Dr. Shahid Mir, called me and said that, look, you have to be a keynote speaker. I heard about it. I'm here for the first time. I like this, and I really like the concept of a supply chain conference because इतनी हुई नहीं. We haven't seen that many supply chain conferences on this, and it's a very good topic, very good guest keynote speakers, good receptive audience, small audience but a good receptive audience. I think we need to have more supply chain conferences. I think supply chain is one of the real जिसको कहते हैं internal efficiencies और export के लिए भी one of the parameters जो if we get it right. And these conferences will go a long way in educating us. I think it's good. It should be happening. Yeah.
Pleasure talking to you, sir.
Thank you.
With the evolution in technology, the intra-regional trade of Pakistan must be boosted, and that can be done with the government intervention. Make Pakistan more connected and more interdependent to the world. This is Farhan Ahmed, Chairperson Media Society, DHA Suffa University, Karachi.